Keon, Keon, and both of y'all don't have wrenches. I gotta make sure I get y'all wrenched up, but I can't do it now because I'm using both phones to try to get everybody from David, New York, to know we're live over here. So, uh, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So yeah, we're gonna get into Jeffrey boy. Actually, nah, I don't wanna. Not right now on this channel. We'll go back to the Cali wildfires. We'll get into him, but not right now.
Instantly, DraftKings, you make the playoffs even more exciting. Legendary NFL coach Jim Moore.
Several parts of Los Angeles County, and you can just see that crews are working very
Yeah, nah, I
much to
gotta
get
make sure I
these
get
things
your
under
wrenched
control,
up.
but
It's
there's
just
so
right
many
now I'm
brush, so
live.
much
I'm
vegetation
live
in
on
this
my
area that
first
those
channel,
flames are
trying to get
having
the
too
word
much
out.
trouble. They're spreading to several other parts. It's not looking like too many structures are in this area at this moment. And earlier we did see some of these planes kind of do these dunks where they dip down into the water. They gather up like gallons and gallons of water that they're going to use when they fly over these areas, and they just quench all of these flames to keep these fires from spreading even further. So this
Again, everybody who's looking at the screen, David, New York, and YNYC. This is my second channel. This is where we're gonna be today. We're gonna be hanging out here, David, New York, NY. This is where we're gonna be at. This is where we're gonna be having the conversations. Who got cracked in the jaw? Who got slapped in the face? It's all gonna get. It's all gonna be discussed here. So NYPD, NYPD legal, DA. Get a seat, popcorn, your pen pad. Take your notes. Anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law. Even though YouTube's entertainment, have at it, have fun. You're more than welcome to hang out with us here. I look forward to doing battle with you guys in court. And yeah, guys. So everybody down below, the thing you see on the screen, David, New York. This is where we're gonna be. Come up, come join us, subscribe. This is where we're gonna be at.
is over Altadena, California. We know that we're monitoring several of these wildfires, the largest one being the Palisades fire that is currently burning more than 17,000 acres. And that was the first fire that really started. It was early Tuesday on January 7th. It has continued on to this Thursday, January 9th. Crews are working hard to extinguish these flames, but I wanted to bring you this picture because really compelling, and it gives you a sense as to what some Angelinos are seeing at this moment. We're seeing the camera pan out there. Just look at that. Smoke. It's incredible. It's looking like clouds, really, but it's not. This is all due to these fires. We're stepping away for our final commercial break of this hour here at Live Now from Fox, but we continue with more of these live, compelling images and checking back in with our partners at Fox 11. We have continuing coverage all throughout the day today of these wildfires in California. We'll be right back.
What the hell? Again, guys, down below, everybody. We're gonna be here live on my second channel. What you're seeing on the screen here, guys, on my first channel, this is where we're gonna be at today. David, New York, 294 subscribers. That's where we're gonna be hanging out for the next couple weeks, having discussions, free, open discussion. Uh, due to complications with my other channel, it's not really the time to have these type of conversations. Even though we're on YouTube and we're digesting YouTube content, still somehow, there's certain conversations YouTube doesn't want you to have. Here, David, New York, completely free to have those conversations. So sub up right there, guys. I'm gonna put my head right next to it so you can see right here. This is where we're gonna be today. To the left, the black and white lettering with the graffiti in the background. David, New York, NY. This is where we're gonna be hanging out today. The revolution will be televised. That's the live going on. So hop in there, check us out. A couple people already in there. And yeah, guys.
Hour 2:56, causing mass devastation. About 180,000 people still under mandatory evacuation orders, and at least 5 deaths have been attributed to these fires. We are working with our partners at Fox 11 in Los Angeles, as they also have continuing coverage. They have reporters on the ground assessing the situation, speaking with people who have lost their homes and really everything due to these fires, as these neighborhoods have completely been burned down. A lot of people having nowhere to go after this. But let's head out to Fox 11 and see what kind of context they can bring to this situation.
Smoke, but by the time we got here, those flames getting very, very close to those repeaters. Right now, that seems to be the priority. Fire department working to get those flames in check before they get over there and start doing damage to those antennas. I'm Stupid Sky, Fox, back to you all in the studio.
This is a real nightmare situation for first responders. They were trying to protect those transponders and those repeaters. This is obviously a core hub of communication that so many people rely on, and they were hopeful that the fire wasn't going to reach these transmitters, Stu, but clearly now they look like in jeopardy. And in fact, they were having a protected line around these transmitters for quite some time. They scaled down to a skeletal staff up there in Mount Wilson because obviously they need to staff these positions, but now it's quite a threat.
It is most definitely a threat.
Shout out to the 2 people on Rumble. I appreciate you. Shout out to you guys. 41 people on David, New York, NYC. Guys, the 41 of you guys, please go over to David, New York. You see where my head is? Right here? Right there where I'm pointing to. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. Right there. Go over to that channel, sub up. That's where we're going to be having these conversations. For the time being, we're only going to use David, New York for when we're outside in real life, walking around amongst the people. That's going to be David, New York, NYC. This channel right here, I'm talking to you guys down here. This channel is going to be for when we're in real life, IRL, as the kids say, when we're walking around the city, whatever city it may be. It's going to be right here. We'll be there. And up there, David, New York, NY. All right, so sub up. That's why I have it here highlighted, David, New York. That's the logo, and that's the name, David, New York, right there. Bada bing, bada boom. 40, and shout out to you guys, the 41 people in the house right there. Appreciate you guys. But come over to David, New York.
It is very serious. We're trying to see when I push in like that. I'm just wondering if we can see something down there. I know there is one aircraft nearby, but I don't know if they're doing water drops or how they're trying to control it. There's also a small village up here as well.
4 people in the house on Rumble. Appreciate you guys. It's probably the most I ever had on Rumble at one time. Thank you, everybody from Rumble. Appreciate you. Oh, no, up here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there's a restaurant and some other stuff, and of course you've got the observatories. All that right now, in peril. I'm not sure about that, but these repeaters right here, that's definitely a serious situation. Those flames, this isn't the camera kind of looking at an angle. They're getting very, very close to that group of repeaters right there, and there again, there's buildings at the bottom of them. I'm trying to show you maybe one of them and get an idea how close those flames are, but that's the problem. If any of those buildings get damaged, those repeaters will go down. Communications will become a problem. Of course, they have backups and alternates, but this is one of the main ones that we use out here in Los Angeles. And of course, if they have a problem here, it's going to ripple effect throughout all of Los Angeles and the smaller communities nearby.
I don't know if you touched on this yet, Stu, but what's the response that you're seeing out there from firefighters?
Well, we know they're down there. That's the thing. I'm actually trying to see if we can find somebody or maybe an aircraft, maybe doing a drop out here. We have yet to see them. But, of course, they are up here, and, they are busy. They have all of that Altadena to deal with down low, and, spread thin out in the Palisades as well. But we do see a lot of open fire out here. We do see it making their way closer to these buildings. And that's another thing, too. A lot of these buildings, these are all county-owned, and they're businesses. So they do take advantage of all of that brush clearance and that safety net that's around all those buildings. So maybe if the flames get close, they might not actually get to those buildings. But it is still definitely a scary situation and worrisome situation for any of the first responders. If they lose any of these repeaters up here, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, first responders have their towers up there. We have our towers up there. I believe a lot of TV stations do as well. It could be a big problem if those towers are impacted for sure.
Definitely, and the flames seem to be kind of, and it might be because of the brush clearance in the area. Now that we're getting up higher and closer to it, there's also a TFR out here, so we can't just go right up.
Yeah, bro. Keon, shout out to you. I remember shortly before, a little bit after the first incident, I hadn't seen you for a while. And even when I went through that incident, I was thinking about you. That's crazy. You being in Flushing and all. And I've never been in Flushing, Queensmore in my life. But hopefully this year things get better. They take a turn for the better. And we could get up, grab some pizza, do some gaming. I think you said you got the games or something like that in the basement, brother. But I hope you're feeling all right. I hope you're feeling good, man. Appreciate you being here. And I wish you a speedy recovery, brother.
To the repeaters and take a look. It does kind of look like they are, it's not right up to the antenna. Some of it is very, very close, but in this position right there, that fire, that smoke is actually going to be west of those major towers. But as we move a little bit more over here, you can really see it. That smoke things up there, and where there's smoke, there's fire. So we're going to keep an eye on it for sure, looking to see if we can see any of the fire trucks out here. But these flames definitely made their way to the top of Mount Wilson right now. And this is from the Eaton fire that started down in the Altadena area.
Oh boy, all right, let's hope that they don't get really any closer to those towers. But thank you for that perspective, Stu. Certainly a situation we're going to be keeping a very close eye on all throughout the day. In the meantime, I want to show you this. This is the front page of today's LA Times. Like 1,000 fires. Yeah, I mean, there is no better picture than that. There's no more emblematic picture than that. Just one of absolute terror. You know, across the Southern California, you have at least 5 people dead as a result of these fires. More than 2,000 structures burned, as Stu was showing us.
All right, I'm going to end this live here, guys. Appreciate you. Everybody in the chat over here, thank you for joining in. And David, New York, NY, that's right here. Right here. Right here. David, New York, right up there, David, New York. And we'll be chit-chatting over there. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. See you guys later. Peace.